Hey everybody, Off the Mic Wrestling Show YouTube channel, reacting to the AEW Dynamite ratings for last night's show, August 28th. 691,000 people watched Dynamite last night. And there was probably, I don't have a head count, just north of 2,000 people in that building in Champaign on the campus of the University of Illinois. It was not a good crowd. It was not a very good show. It was very substandard for a show following your WrestleMania, if you will. And people wonder why I keep doing these videos. It's because I try to give a dose of reality, because there is nobody that seems to want to get in Tony Khan's ear and basically tell him, you've got to do something different. Because all of that little boom that got you close to 800,000 viewers, that's done. This is who they are. They are a sub 700,000 viewer show. 0.22 in the demo. Down 7,000 viewers from last week. Again, off of All In, which Tony Khan himself in Twitter, and I went off on this, said was the best show they ever did. If that was the best show that you ever did, why did you lose viewership? Why did you lose viewership? Why do you have 2,000 people and you can't sell 15 to 20% of a building just down the road from Chicago, which is a great wrestling town? You have a pay-per-view in less than 10 days. All out. And you're putting Jack Perry in the main event. And don't worry, I'm going to have a separate video on Jack Perry and just the charisma vacuum that guy is, and yet somehow he continues to get opportunities when this company is in the shitter. But don't sit here, and you tribalists who want to say that I'm negative, I want to see AEW do well, because AEW doing well heightens up the urgency of WWE under Triple H, putting out good content. I'm not saying that they're not, but competition creates chaos, I think is the expression. Or competition creates creativity. And that's what you're seeing from WWE in the midst of its best boom period in 25 years. Because they are willing to take chances. They don't stick to the same formula. They don't throw money at people and just expect shit to happen. Because you look at what is entirely wrong with this show. And I went back and watched a couple segments from the show that I kind of missed, or I kind of just, skimmed through because I was doing another space at the time. If you want to look at a microcosm of what is wrong with this company, number one, you got to look at Jack Perry being in the main event of a pay-per-view in a week from Saturday at All Out. That's the first problem. Then, your cornerstone signings that you trumpeted as the big reasons and the game changers of restoring the feeling, how's that working out for you? Mercedes Moné is as ice cold as she's ever been in her entire career. Like, the Sasha Banks luster has worn off. That segment with Okada was cringe. Camille, by the way, looked like anything but a bodyguard in that segment. That was another part of this. And Okada's just a goofball. Granted, it's entertaining. That's not what you signed him for. You signed him because he's the best wrestler in the world. The only signing that is actually registered on the Richter scale of any sort of game-changing thing that you haven't reaped the rewards of at this point is Will Ospreay. That's it. And to his credit, I think Will has been a fantastic signing for this company. But the World Championship reign of Swerve was kind of hit and miss. I will say All In was a good show, but if it was that great of a show, you should be getting more than 691,000 viewers. Again, this is the reality of what AEW is as a company. And until they have a soul-searching type of a moment, nothing is going to change. And when you're throwing Jack Perry into pay-per-view main events, that's not a good sign either. I don't think this company is going to learn. I don't think they want to learn. I think Tony Khan is just a spoiled rich kid who'll just throw money at anything because he thinks he's right and he's the God's gift to wrestling. But again, you're not going to see any sort of growth if no changes get made. And that's why these ratings have been going into the tank. People can point to CM Punk. People can point to other not interesting characters or angles being done. It's a lot of those different things. But change something. Otherwise, it's going to keep staying here. And that's not going to lead to any growth. And I'm not expecting this company to lose a lot more steam off of this unless they do something really stupid, i.e., air all-in footage from a year ago. That's really what started this company to lose a lot of the interest. I think this is what it is. They're a 600,000, viewer show. So figure something out or try to identify what you really are. Because I think AEW is going to be like, they'll function, but do you want to be TNA? Do you want to be Impact Wrestling and go under and be just a type of thing? Or do you really want to take yourself seriously and you want people to take yourself seriously and be a WWE competitor? Because you keep saying that, but you're not. So those are my thoughts on the ratings. We'll have more content on the channel doing prediction shows for Bash in Berlin and NXT No Mercy this weekend, a very big weekend for WWE. And just hit that subscribe button, like, share, and subscribe here on the YouTube channel, OT Mike Wrestling on Twitter, and Off the Mic 28 on Twitter as well. Give us a follow. Appreciate y'all, and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.